I took Pokemon Emerald and removed all the grass. So how exactly does that affect the game? I don't know, let's find out. I'm Marshix and I make stupid gaming challenges. If you enjoy, all I ask for is a like on the video. I chose Mudkip as my starter, and there definitely isn't any grass. This just looks weird. I can't level up with random encounters, but this game is made for babies, so I beat May first try anyways. Then she immediately gave me Pokeballs that I literally can't use because there are no wild Pokemon. So I continued on, fought a few trainers to get XP, almost died to a Shroomish, and leveled up to level 10 where Marshkip learned Water Gun. But who needs Water Gun when you have Tackle? So I proceeded to kill everything with Tackle, and only Tackle, and I vowed to never use any other move for the rest of the run. Surely this won't cause problems later on. Anyway, I talked to my dad, and Wally taught me how to catch Pokemon. Pokemon hide in tall grass like this. What grass are you talking about? See, even Wally only uses Tackle. After that, I traveled through the forest, fighting every trainer along the way, because experience is extremely scarce this early into the game. I had another near-death experience with a Shroomish. This kid told me to stay out of the tall grass. Then I made my way to Rustboro City, home of the Rock-type gym. Not only will everything resist my tackles, but they will also spam Defense Curl to raise their defenses. In other words, my tackle only does 1 damage. So to prepare for the gym, I fought the remaining trainers in the area, had some of the worst luck I've ever seen with 2 back-to-back flinches putting me at 1 HP, and then getting paralyzed and losing the Nuzlocke. Oh wait, I'm not doing a Nuzlocke. Marshy eventually evolved into Marshtomp, and I thought I could train from wild Pokemon in the cave, but fun fact, caves are coded as grass. With all the XP I can possibly get, I'm going into the gym at level 17, which sounds high compared to level 12s, but remember, I'm only using Tackle. My first few attempts were a complete disaster, so I did what every other YouTuber does eventually. I resorted to drugs. These X attacks will make Tackle hit harder, and the potions I bought will keep me alive for a few more turns. I also had trouble keeping my PP up, so I gave Marshkip a Lepa Berry to restore PP when I inevitably run out. So I attempted the gym again, used 4 X attacks immediately, and just spammed tackles until I eventually got my first gym badge. I helped this guy get his Pikachu back, and he thanked me by putting a bag over my head and taking me to a strange island. Here, I need to go into the dark cave, but unfortunately, Marshtomp doesn't learn Flash, so I just wandered around aimlessly until I eventually found Steven. After that, history repeated itself as I took on the second gym and got destroyed. But luckily, it turns out you can go to the next city before beating the second gym, so I stormed the beaches of Slateport and fought off Team Aqua, taking me to level 26 and allowing me to beat Brawly for my second gym badge. This rival fight was way harder than the first one. Since Marshtomp is a ground type now, I'm 4 times weak to grass, so I get 2-shot by every grass type attack. But thankfully, I have definitely legal medicine that makes me stronger in every way, so it wasn't much of an issue. Now, there are a ton of trainers in this area, so I took them all out one by one to get their sweet, precious experience. And then I took on the third gym. 1 whiteout, 3 X attacks, and 4 healing items later, I earned my third gym badge. From here, I headed north, beheading every trainer along the way. Marshkip evolved into Bigger Marshkip. I stayed the night at your mom's house multiple times. Then I wandered this barren wasteland until I found Fall Arbor Town and someone else's problems. Somewhere along the way, I stumbled upon a protein to raise Marshy's attack and a PP up, which is actually huge for this run because it takes Tackle from 35 to 42. This will be very helpful later. I went back to climb the mountain, tackled every Team Magma member, and destroyed Maxie because I'm basically twice his level now. Now on to Lava Ridge Town, home of skinny dipping Gilfs and the Fire Gym. I resist everything here, so the only way they could possibly kill me is to stun me using something like Paralyze or Attract. Anyway, I made it to Flannery, who paralyzed me and used Attract to make Marshkip fall in love. But after a few healing items and a few love tackles, I earned my 4th gym badge. Now that I'm all grown up, I decided to visit home and beat my dad just like he used to beat me. What could I say, I learned from the best. This guy gave me Surf, so now I can progress forward. All these trainers are supposed to be hiding in the tall grass. I eventually made my way to the Weather Institute and did some pest control. You would think that the weather employees would be grateful for you saving their lives, and that's the problem. They are. Too grateful if you ask me. They offer to give you a reward for your troubles while stripping you of an option to decline. With that being said, we retrieved our second Pokemon of the playthrough, and just like that, the run is dead. Oh wait, I'm not Alpha Red. Get in the box! Another rival fight where I swallow fistfuls of X attacks, and I made it to Fortree City. Steven gave me the 1 ring so I can see the unseen realm, and honestly, without grass, this place is unrecognizable. So I continued fighting every trainer to get as much experience as possible, then I took on the Fortree City Gym. and with the power of steroids, I tackled my way to victory. Look what they did to the Safari Zone. This place is so empty. I did some stuff at Mount Pyre, then made my way to Lily Cove City where the path forward was blocked off. So instead of doing the main story, I took the secret path across the water to get to Moss Deep City and take on the gym. This gym requires double battles, which means I had to pull out my cast form for this, but it's not like it really mattered because it instantly died, just like my Destiny channel when Lightfall came out. Xatu wasn't much of a problem, but the real challenge is Soul Rock. This is a rock type, so it resists tackle, and it has Solar Beam, the strongest grass type move, which just straight up kills me no matter what I do. So I did exactly what the game wanted me to do, and I ran all the way back to the top of the mountain on the other side of the map. I found Team Magma's secret hideout, killed about a dozen people, then I cast the One Ring into the fires of Mount Doom, which angered Smeagol, so he attacked me and I tackled him into lava. After that, I found more Viagra, giving Tackle a total of 56 PP, which is definitely the highest I've ever seen. Now time to fight Team Aqua to prove once and for all that between Team Aqua and Team Magma, I am the best. You already know how this went, I'm twice their level and Tackle is kinda OP. Although, I need a ton of XP for the Moss Deep Gym, so I still need to fight all the trainers I can. Which is why I continued south to fight all the trainers I can. Gym time! It took me a few attempts, but with enough time, luck, and drugs, anything is possible. This is a joke, this is a joke, this is a joke. To progress the story, I need access to these 4 HMs at once. So I pulled out the tentacle I caught earlier on Route 118. I never said water was coated as grass. I taught it surf and dive, so now I can complete the game without getting rid of my overpowered tackle. So I fought my way through the underwater cave, saw this cutscene again but blue, and witnessed a war breakout in the middle of town. I ran out of popcorn, so I had to go find Rayquaza to get more, and luckily, after 15 minutes of searching for the Sky Pillar, I found it and climbed to the top. Rayquaza did Rayquaza things, and the other two just left, I guess? Now time for the final gym, where I failed the ice puzzle intentionally. Multiple times. Shut up. This is definitely the worst battle yet, all because of Kingdra. This kept using double team, so I would miss most of my tackles, then it would sleep to heal all the way back to full. This stalled the game so long that I had to use 3 ethers just to get enough tackles. It was 78 turns where I just spammed the A button and waited for it to struggle itself to death. And that's not counting all the healing items and the dozen Pokeballs I threw just to wait out the attacks. 78 tackles later, I beat the 8th gym and immediately headed to Victory Road where I encountered Wally. I popped a couple pills and proceeded to sweep his team until I hit level 69. Nice. Speaking of 69ing, he sent out Gardevoir. Wait, Gardevoir's a guy? After questioning all my life choices, I wandered through the cave until I eventually made it to Evergrande City. At this point, I've gotten every single experience point possible, and I've only used Tackle. The only thing left is to take on the Elite Four and become the champion. Sydney started with Mightyena, so I popped some X attacks and took it out in 2 hits. Cacturne took a few healing items, but I got it down eventually. Shiftry hit me with Torment, which is supposed to force you to use different moves each turn, but since Marshkip only knows Tackle, it struggles every other turn. But that isn't a problem, because I was still able to quickly take down Crawdaunt and Absol with no issues. 1 down, 4 to go. Next up was Phoebe, who immediately sent out Dusclops, which is immune to Tackle. So even though we got to level 72, it is not possible to beat Pokemon with no grass. But can you beat Pokemon if you're not the main character? You'll have to check out this video to find out. Thanks for watching, I'm Marshix, and I'll see you next time.